And today we are answering the question of, can we batch record so I'm not filming something new every single week? Well, congratulations. That is exactly how the professionals do it and how I recommend you do it too. When you are recording content, be it whichever format it comes out to, because that's kind of like, I know that's usually what a lot of people usually think is the first step, is deciding which way you're going to go, which to a degree makes sense. But when you are thinking of the audience, how is the best way that they can understand the education that you're bringing them, the entertainment that you're bringing them, or if it's a case of combination of both, which I like to call edutainment, when you are communicating to your audience, what is the best way that they will retain that information? And what's best, how are they going to action that information? Are they someone who prefers to listen to longer, in-depth, deep dives into this particular topic? Or are they someone who prefers short bursts of information in between other pieces of content? This will then determine how you're going to batch record these, which is usually where you're recording at the same time, blocking out a couple of hours to, instead of recording one video, because that is a lot of effort to put into one video, when you can stretch that effort of both pre and post-production into a longer format. So there's a lot of videos that you'll see that people record multiple either podcasts in one sitting, or they can't really do live streams because you have to do it live. But they take the opportunity that if they're putting in the effort to set up the microphone, the camera, the lights, they've sat down to think about what they're actually producing and communicating to their audience, it's best to be able to do it all in one go. So then you reduce that overwhelm for yourself. Yes, that does mean that you're less dynamic to changes that have come up, but you can always just get on the phone and communicate to your audience straight away if that is the case, if that's really important to you. The reason that you do a combination of both, or give yourself time and schedule in that time ahead of time, is so that you are less stressed and less overwhelmed, because you have stuff ready to go. You aren't worried about constantly having something new and running out of that creativity and energy, because not all of us are going to be ready to go every single day of the week. And if you are, I need to talk to you. You may not be real. So when it comes to pre-batch recording this stuff, my rule of thumb is, if you can do it once, you can do it 3 times. The reason for that is because if you're putting in this effort, yes, by the end of it, you will have, you might be slightly more exhausted, but you will not have to replenish that energy again and again and again to be able to produce the same thing, when you could just do it all in one go. So if you are putting in the effort to record one video for a vertical format like this, take that energy to record 3 of them, making sure that you have the ideas organized either in a document, a dot point script, or something that's easier for you to do, so you're not just overwhelmed and thinking of it on the spot, like I do all of the time. Do as I say, not as I do. Thank you for joining me on Seen Not Sorry. I will see you tomorrow, where surprisingly we will do this again, but with a different question. Thank you to everyone I met at the Frankston and Mornington Peninsula event yesterday. Look forward to catching up with you next week. I, especially after long travel trips, like to take a break, and I'll talk to you on Monday.